Hello everyone, my name is Anu. Today we'll read the next poem of Class 4 English, Don't Be Afraid of the Dark by Ruskin Bond. Students, this is a very small and very effective poem for children. And in this poem, Ruskin Bond is telling us that we should not afraid of the dark. As you know that many of the children, they scared from the darkness at night, right? Many of you also, you may feel scared at night because there is darkness all around. So now in this poem, Ruskin Bond is telling to the children that they should not afraid of the dark. Instead, they should make darkness their friend. Okay, so let's see how we should escape this fear of darkness. Okay, from this poem, Don't Be Afraid of the Dark by Ruskin Bond. Let's continue. So this is the poem, students, and as you can see, it has only two paras. So let's read. Don't be afraid of the dark. Don't be afraid of the dark, little one. The earth must rest when the day is done. The sun must be harsh, but moonlight never. And those stars will be shining forever and ever. So students, in this poem, Ruskin Bond is telling to the little one. Little one means he is talking to the children. He is telling them that don't be afraid of the dark. Okay, that we should not afraid from the darkness, from the dark at night. So he's saying that all the children, please don't afraid from the darkness. The earth must rest when the day is done. Like we all rest at night, right? In the daytime, we all have our chores. Like we have to rush for the office, we have to go to school or attend online classes, do our homework. Everybody has his or her kind of pressure and his or her kind of work. But what we do at night? We sleep at night. We rest at night. So likewise, the earth, it also keep on working throughout the day. So many things are there on the earth which are going, lots of activities are going on the earth in the daytime. But at night, the earth is also tired. It also wants to rest, right? So the earth must rest when the day is done. And when the day is over, the night has arrived, then the earth will also have to rest. The sun must be harsh, but moonlight never. As you know that, sunlight, although sunlight is very useful for us, it is very useful for all the animals, plants, and for the growth of all of us. But most of the time we can say the sun must be harsh, but the sunlight is quite harsh, right? It can, because it has ultraviolet rays also that can affect our skin, right? So the poet is telling us that the sun must be harsh. It could be harsh. It must be harsh, but moonlight never. But moonlight, he's telling the children that why are you afraid from the darkness at night? Because in the daytime, sun may be harsh. He must harsh. Okay, the sunlight, it can do harm to you in many ways. But at night, the moonlight, it will never do any harm to you, because the moonlight is so gentle and so pure, and it will never do any harm to you. So he is telling us that why are you afraid from this moonlight and the darkness? Okay, they are not going to harm you anyway. And those stars will be shining forever and ever. And he's telling that those, the stars that twinkles at night, they will shine forever. They will shine forever, always. Moon will give its moonlight, and the stars will shine in the sky forever. So there is no need to worry about it. Okay, there is no need to scare from the darkness, because moon is there and the stars are there. Okay, they will always help you out. So he's telling the children that not to be afraid from the darkness of the night, right? Let's see the second stanza. Be friends with the night. There is nothing to fear. Just let your thoughts travel to friends far and near. By day, it does seem that our troubles won't cease. But at night, late at night, the world is at peace. Right. So here, Ruskin Bond is telling us that how to escape that fear from darkness. He is telling us the way also. He is telling us that we should not afraid from the darkness, and he is telling us how. How can we do that? How can we get rid how can we get rid of the fear of darkness? He is telling us that be friends with the night. He is telling us that we should become friends with the night. We should make night our friend. There is nothing to fear. Then there will be nothing to fear. Right? Because, you may feel scared from the strangers. But do you feel scared from your friends? No. So that's why he's telling us that we should be friends with the night. Then there will be no fear. Just let your thoughts travel to friends far and near. And at night, when you feel scared or you feel any kind of stress, then what you should do? You should think about your friends and your relatives who are living far or near. You can think about your friends. Then you will not feel any kind of stress. Then it will be calm and peace in your mind. And you'll be happy, because you're thinking about your friends. So he's telling us that we should be friends with the night, and at night we should think about our friends to escape from the fear of darkness. Okay, then by day, it does seem that our troubles won't cease. Okay, he's telling us that at daytime, we have lots of work to do. There are so many chores that we have to do. So he's telling us that in daytime, it seems that our troubles won't cease. Cease means come to an end. Troubles means difficulties. That in the daytime, it looks like as there are so many troubles in our life and we have to do so many difficult tasks and there are so many problems and they are not going to end. Okay, that these problems are going to continue and come one after another. And there is no end to these troubles and problems. But at night, late at night, the world is at peace. But he's telling us that why are you afraid from the night? Why are you scared from the darkness? Instead, you should be friend with the night, and there is so calm and peaceful atmosphere at night. Because the world is at peace at night. Everybody is calm and in a peaceful state of mind at night. So what should we do? Although in the daytime there are so many troubles and so many tensions and stress are there in our mind, but at night when we sleep, the world is at peace and there is peaceful atmosphere everywhere around. So we should never and ever get feared from the darkness, get afraid from the darkness. We should be strong enough and we should be friends with the night, friends with the darkness. Then this darkness will not be able to scare us and we'll be okay with that, right? So in this poem, Ruskin Bond is telling the children to be friends with the night and think about their friends at night when they feel scared. And there is no need to scare from the darkness. Okay, so I hope you have understood this poem, students. Now, this was quite an interesting and meaningful poem. Now, let's see the new words of this poem, students. The first word we have is afraid. Afraid means feeling fear. And we can make sentences like, I am afraid of snakes. And he was afraid to go on the street. Second word we have is dark. Dark means with light or no light. With dark with light, with little, sorry. The dark means with little or no light. Okay, the darkness means when there is no light around us. So like, you should come home early or it will get dark. It's too dark to read here. Next word is rest. It means to relax. And we can make sentence like, take rest for a while on the couch. And I needed rest after a long walk. Next word we have is harsh. Harsh means rough or cruel. Example, he asked me to get out in a harsh tone. You should not be very harsh with your children. Next, forever. It means always. Parents love their children forever. And I will stay with you forever. Next word is troubles, means difficulties. Examples are, there are many troubles in my family, or the doubt in my mind troubles me. Okay, next is cease. It means to come to an end. The government should cease the taxation, or the teacher should cease beating their students. Right, so these were the new word, students. Now let's see the question answers. What is the poem about? So the poem is about children's fear of darkness, of the night, and the ways to overcome this fear. Next, what happens when the day is over? So when the day is over, darkness spreads everywhere. The moon and stars start shining in the sky. Question number 3 we have, what does the earth do when the day is over? What does the earth do? So the earth takes rest when the day is over. Question number 4 we have, what does the poet want us to do at night? So the poet wants us to be friendly with night and think about our friends and relatives. Okay. Next, are these sentences true or false? First is, the poet tells the child to be afraid when it is dark. Is it true, students? No, he is telling us not to afraid from the darkness. So this is false. The poet says that stars will always shine at night. Yes, yes, it is true. The poet tells the child to think of friends after it is dark. Yes, yes, it is true. He tells us to think about our friends at night. Next is, students, find a word in the poem which is the opposite of war that has come in the poem. You have to find a word from the poem which is opposite to the word given, like war. So opposite of war is peace, and that is there in the poem. Enemies, opposite is friends. Gentle, opposite is harsh. Light, opposite dark. Night, day. Start, cease. Okay, so these are the opposite words that have come in this poem. Now, students, in this poem, there is a grammar topic that is covered. This is contractions, and we have done it in previous videos also, or the previous classes also. So, what is a contraction, student? Yes, it is a short form of some words, like a contraction is a shortened version of the written and spoken forms of a word. Contractions, which are sometimes called short forms. And contractions are created by removing letters and inserting an apostrophe. And do you know what is an apostrophe, student? This is a kind of comma that is put on the upside, right? This we called apostrophe. Okay. So, for example, you can see, look at these words in the poem, like don't, won't, Here are their full forms. Like don't means do not. Instead of saying do not, we say don't. We say don't, right? And won't, it means will not. So now write the full forms of the following words. As you can see in these words, students, like do not, and the contraction of do not is don't. So what we have done, we have joined these two words do and not, and after n we have put an apostrophe and removed a word, a letter O, right? And we made it don't, right? Likewise, we are making some other words also. Contractions we call them. Now let's see. These are the full contractions, and you have to write the full forms. Didn't. Didn't means did not. Shouldn't means should not. Wouldn't means would not. Couldn't means could not. And mustn't means must not. Okay, so these are the contractions. Now there is a section, let's talk. And as you know that in this section, you can give answers of your own choice. Okay, let's see. Are you afraid of the dark? Why? So this is a question to all of you students. Do you get afraid of the dark? Are you afraid of the dark? Yes, I am afraid of the dark because I fail to see anything in the darkness. You can give your own answers. What do you do when it is dark? What do you do? I lie down on my bed and think about my friends. Okay. Have you ever been very frightened? Tell your partner about it. I was sitting alone in my room. Suddenly my elder brother entered the room wearing a mask of a giant. He stood in front of me and started laughing horribly. I cried loudly in great fear. I cannot forget that incident. Okay, so you can write your incident when you felt scared. Now, here, say aloud. What is the word that starts with T, rhymes with C's, and means to playfully make fun? Okay, this is a kind of puzzle, student. The word should start with T and it rhymes with C's and means to playfully make fun of. So it is tease, right? Tease, to tease means to make fun of someone. Second is, what is the word that starts with C, rhymes with near and dear, and means easy to see, hear, and understand? So what is the word? It is clear. Next, where did the tip of tongue touch? When you are speaking clear or the T's, where does your tongue touch in your mouth? So it touches the teeth region, right? Now listen and repeat. C-A-T, cat. Did you hear what your tongue did? When you are speaking cat, student, just think about your tongue, that where it is touching your mouth, inside your mouth, where it is touching when you are speaking cat. Cat, right? It is touching upside. Yes. Now, did you hear what your tongue did? Now, say these words and feel what your tongue does when you say, like toe. When you're speaking toe, what is the reaction of your tongue? Like, where does it touching? Top, tie, 10, right? So just find out. It's quite interesting, right? So now let's see next. What is there? Make the cough sound. Cough sound means when you are having cough, then what kind of sounds you make? You make, right? I came down, I cough, and and cough again, Did you hear the k sound at the end of the book? of the word book. Now, what is the sound of B-double-O-K? What is the sound of K? It is K, right? Now now repeat after me. It's book, look, neck, duck, chick, sack, clock. So what is the sound of word, the letter K? It is K, right? Okay, now all these words start with the same sound, like kangaroo, curtain, king, key, kind, and kitten. But as you can see that in all these words, the letter K is there in the beginning, but in the second word, C is there. So sometimes the sound of C is also K, right? Curtain, we call it curtain, not certain. So these are the sounds of K. Now, what are the things that may happen if there is no sunlight? So this is also an imaginary question. You can answer it on your own. Like if there is no sunlight, there would be darkness everywhere. If there is no sunlight, we would not be able to see anything. If there is no sunlight, there would no food for us, because plants make their food in the presence of sunlight, and because of the plants, people are also getting food from the plants, right? The vegetables and fruits and cereals, so many things that we get from plants, we won't be able to get, right? If the sunlight is not there. Okay, so students, now there is another grammar topic in this poem. It is homophones. Okay, students, homophones means homo plus phones. The meaning of homo is same and the phones is sound. So it means, homophones means same sound. Okay, so what is a homophone? A homophone is a word that is pronounced the same as another word but differs in meaning. A homophone may also differ in spelling. So students, homophone means the words that have same sound but different meaning and different spelling, right? Like, the red teacup are filled with a particular word. Fill in the yellow teacup with similar sounding words. Note the example given. Now, let's see the examples of some homophones, students. Like, first, we have two, and the another is also we speak two. But as you can see, the spelling is T-O-O and T-W-O. But the pronunciation for both the words is two, right? Many of you speak this T-O-O, two. No, it is not two, it is two. The correct pronunciation is two. Okay. So both the words T-O-O and T-W-O have the same sound. It is two, right? So, as you can see, the spelling is different and the meaning is also different. Okay, two means, it means also, and TWO2 is a number, right? The second homophone we have, it is one. As both the sounds, both the pronunciation is same, one and one, but the spellings are different, O-N-E-1 and W-O-N-1. And the meaning is also different, students. One means the number one, and one means that you have won the race or you have won the match. One is the past form of win. Okay. Now then, deer. And the spelling of both is different, but the pronunciation is same. First, D-E-E-R, deer is an animal, and D-E-A-R means something that who is dear to you, who is close to you. Okay. Then sun, and the sun pronunciation is same, but spelling is S-O-N and S-U-N. Meaning is also different. S-O-N, sun means son, that your son, your your child. And the sun means sun, the sun, which gives you sunlight. Okay, so students, these are the example of homophones. You can search the net and find out 10 more examples of homophones on your own. Okay, and find out the difference between their meaning and the spellings. Okay, because the pronunciation is same, because it is homophones. Homo means same, phone means sound, because both of the word have same sound. You may find 3 words also which have same sound, but the spelling and meanings are different. So just find out. Now see, now complete the following sentences choosing the right word. The sum was difficult for the class to solve. Only students could do it. Now in the bracket you are given 2 homophones and you have to write the correct one, that which should come where. Like the sum was too difficult for the class. It is TOO2 will come here. And only 2 students could do it. Here TWO2 will come. There was only one boy, only one boy, who won the prize. Who? WON won the prize. The golden deer, it is DEER, was very dear to him, means DEAR, dear to him. Ramu's son loved to play in the sun. So these are the answers and you can do it on your own because I think it should be clear to you. Okay, now let's see. What is this? Relax your feet, legs and entire body. Be as quiet as you can. Listen to the sounds around you. So here you have to listen the sounds around you. Okay, read out the following phrase aloud. Divide them into loud and softer sounds. Okay, there are some phrases given. Okay, some group of words are given and you have to identify that which sound is loud and which sound is softer. Like clapping hands. When you clap your hands, does it make a soft sound or it make a loud sound? Yes, it makes a loud sound. Yes. A worm moving. When a worm moving, does it make sound? It makes a very soft sound. Sampling feet, a bud blooming, a butterfly flying, a feather dropping, an ant walking, a car moving, the wind blowing, shh, whisper, tiptoe, a leaf falling. So you should hear the sounds of these, and categorize them into louder and softer sounds, like I have done it for you. So in these phrases, students, only 3 sounds were loud, like clapping hands, stamping feet, and a car moving. And rest all the sounds have soft sound, like a worm moving, a bird blooming, a butterfly flying, a feather dropping, the ant walking, the wind blowing, shh, whisper, a leaf falling, and tiptoe. Okay, all these sounds are soft sounds. That's it, student. These were the exercises of this poem. I hope you have understood it well. And thanks for watching the video. Stay tuned with me for my next video. Till then, take care and enjoy learning.